Have you ever wondered why the government can treat different groups of people differently in some situations, and when those differences are actually allowed by law? Governmental classifications of persons are considered valid under United States law when they comply with the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. This means that any classification must serve a legitimate government objective and be rationally related to achieving that objective. However, for certain types of classifications, stricter legal tests apply to ensure fairness and prevent discrimination. The core reason behind these validity tests lies in the principle of equal protection, which demands that similarly situated individuals be treated alike. To determine if a classification is permissible, courts apply different levels of judicial scrutiny. These levels, developed through landmark Supreme Court cases, ensure that government actions are not arbitrary or discriminatory. The level of scrutiny applied depends on the nature of the classification, particularly whether it involves a suspect class or a fundamental right. For most classifications, a court applies the rational basis review, requiring the government to show that the classification is rationally related to a legitimate government interest. This is the easiest test for the government to pass. However, classifications based on gender or illegitimacy face intermediate scrutiny, meaning the government must demonstrate that the classification serves important governmental objectives and is substantially related to those objectives. The highest level, strict scrutiny, is reserved for classifications based on race, national origin, or classifications that infringe upon fundamental rights. Under strict scrutiny, the government must prove the classification is necessary to achieve a compelling governmental interest and is narrowly tailored to achieve that interest, with no less discriminatory alternative available. Understanding these different levels of scrutiny is crucial because they act as a vital check on governmental power, upholding the promise of equal protection. They help to prevent unjust discrimination and ensure that any distinctions made by law are rooted in sound constitutional principles, not prejudice or arbitrary decision-making. These tests continuously evolve, adapting to societal changes while reinforcing fundamental rights. Ultimately, the validity of a governmental classification hinges on its ability to withstand rigorous judicial examination, which varies in intensity depending on the nature of the group being classified. This tiered approach to scrutiny ensures that while government can categorize people for various purposes, it must always do so within constitutional bounds that prioritize fairness and safeguard individual liberties.